Craven. Oh, thank you. Do you mind if I have
No, please do.
Awesome. So how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great, thanks for asking. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was relaxing. Had some family come to town, which is always nice. How about you?
Wonderful. My weekend was good. Real busy, but nothing to complain about. So
Good.
I'm happy to be here. I actually talked to Ginny over the weekend.
Oh,
and
did you?
We had a long talk, and she told me that we might be able to work something out because your company is looking to expand, I heard?
Yeah, we are. I apologize. I haven't taken a call or a meeting with EMC in the past. You guys are just such a huge company, and we're such a small bank. So, just with logistics, I didn't think it would be a good fit. But any friend of Ginny's is a friend of mine. So definitely willing to hear you guys out. But to be honest, we're very small in comparison to what you guys have.
Oh no, I understand that perfectly. EMC is a very large company. I actually work for the small and medium-sized business department.
Okay.
I work with tons of small businesses. EMC really works with anything of any shape and size, and my department actually has worked with a lot of banks just like you. And we've shown results, and I'd love to bring them to you if we actually wind up having another meeting or anything like that.
Yeah, I think this is perfect timing to hear you out. If anything, we are expanding. We're opening another branch in Hopkinton, so just down the street, which is obviously great for business that we're growing, but just more for the IT department to handle.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Can I ask you a little bit about your current storage needs? Actually, I'm sorry, before we get started, do you mind if I just set a quick agenda for the meeting?
Oh, please do.
Okay, so just to clarify, we do have 10 minutes, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'd just love to tell you a little bit about EMC, then I'm going to ask you a few questions about your business, and then we'll see if we can work something out.
Easy enough.
Okay, awesome. And then do you mind if I take notes?
Nope, that's fine.
Thank you. Awesome. So first off, EMC is a huge company, as you mentioned. We work with businesses all over the world. We're a software data management system company. We have a bunch of new product lines. The one that I'm most excited about right now is the BNXE, which I'll get into later. So I understand that you guys currently use direct attached storage, is that correct?
Yes, it's what we've been doing ever since we started the bank. It's what I'm comfortable with. It's affordable. I think comfort goes a long way.
Yeah, no, I mean, that makes a lot of sense, especially with such a small business who's just getting started. Have you had any issues with reliability at all?
Here and there, nothing too alarming. I mean, it's nothing that I'm not unable to fix myself, which is the good news. So, but it is rather disruptive. I'm pulled away from family time, sporting events, whatever it is, things that I'm really passionate about. I don't get to see through all the time because of some issues, whether it be downtime, whatever it may be with the direct attached storage.
Wow. That sounds tough, missing sporting events.
Yeah, I mean, definitely impacts the personal life, which is never fun. Working hours are working hours, and you want to have a good work-life balance, and sometimes it gets in the way of that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So are these more crashes, or is it just temporary problems, or are you losing data?
More so temporary problems, and we have lost data in the past. Luckily, it was nothing too mission critical, but our method right now is fingers crossed that it is never something mission critical.
Yeah, no, I would imagine with a small bank like you, it would really add up if you actually wound up losing data, because that would probably lose customers and wouldn't look good.
Right.
So as far as direct attached storage goes, have you had any issues with the space it takes up? I understand that you have to keep buying servers as you go, and I imagine that eventually that gets pretty bulky.
Yeah, server sprawl is definitely something that we cope with. As we continue to grow, we continue to add a server. That's kind of our scaling out method right now. We do have plenty of data space left, but that can only go for so long.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But you've had no problems as far as just buying them as you go? That hasn't been?
Not yet, no, not yet. But like I said, we haven't come up with a roadmap to see what that would look like in the years to come.
Okay, good to hear. So as far as the expansion, then you're planning on just continuing to use direct attached storage? What does that look like?
Yeah, that's the plan. We're going to need some additional headcount. Something that we've really had some troubles with is coming up with the roadmap to get us to be the most effective business in the most cost-efficient way possible. So we're looking into whether we're going to add more headcount, what resources we're going to have available to us at our new location. So that's what we're struggling with right now, is just coming up with the roadmap as to how we're going to get there. But yes, to answer your question, the plan now is to have direct attached storage at our new location as well.
Okay, yeah. And you mentioned headcount. How many IT staff do you currently have working for you?
I'm one of 3 admins. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then with the expansion, do you think you'll have to add 3 more, or do you think?
In an ideal world, yes, but we'd have to see what we can afford.
Still in the roadmap.
Yes.
And then you talked a little bit about the cost. Do you have any idea of what it actually costs you per month?
I don't keep submitting things to the CFO and he keeps signing off on them. So as long as that's the case, we'll keep going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So then what I'm hearing from you, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you're kind of having a few problems with reliability. Cost is definitely an issue for you, but you like the system because it's what you're used to.
Right.
Okay. Well, I would just love to talk to you about a few great features of VNXE that I think might be of use to you.
Okay.
The first thing about VNXE is it's easy to use. EMC actually is one of the best customer service programs in the world, industry standard. Also, the program is designed so that you don't even have to be necessarily tech savvy to be able to work it, which I think is a huge plus when your CFO, if he ever needed to, could look at the data without somebody having to explain it to him. It's really simple. Another great thing is it's reliable. Our VNXE systems, they don't fail. It's just a one-time, you buy it and then it's set. All your data will be accessible from both locations if you do wind up expanding, which I think can be a huge use for you. And the biggest thing is it will actually wind up saving you money in the long term, because even though the starting price is around $7,400, which I'm sure is way more than you're paying for a server, when you're adding the cost of going in and missing events or whatever, I'm sure the overtime hours add up for your boss, and just the cost of electricity and all the maintenance, it really adds up quick. And then the other thing, which I already mentioned a little bit, was it consolidates the data all into one space, which obviously will be huge if you're looking to expand into another location.
Sure. I mean, it definitely sounds interesting. I have no decision-making power, to be honest with you. I just work hands-on with the technology. So, I mean, it sounds great, but I mean, there's unfortunately nothing I can do.
Would it be possible then to wind up meeting with another decision maker in the future?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give me some information, I will definitely pass it on to Alex, who's my higher up, and he can take a look at it. And if it's something that we think is of interest, I mean, happily talk about it further.
I would love to sit down and talk to Alex if that's possible. Would it be possible to wind up actually sitting down and setting a meeting date?
Yeah, I mean, he's usually available on Tuesdays. I can see if he could do next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday at 10?
That's fine.
Awesome. Well, let me give you my business card. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
You too. Take care.